Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at one of the greatest middle distance runners in history, Faith Kipyegon. Faith Kipyegon was born on January 10, 1994, in Bomet County, Kenya, and from a young age her talent was undeniable. She first made noise on the world stage as a teenager, winning the World Junior Championships and helping guide Kenya to dominance in cross-country relays. As she moved into senior competitions, Faith quickly became the queen of the 1500 meters. She won her first Olympic gold at Rio 2016, then defended her title at Tokyo 2020, becoming one of the few athletes in history to win back-to-back Olympic 1500 meters titles. Her dominance didn't stop there. In 2023, she produced one of the greatest seasons ever seen in track and field, breaking 3 world records, the 1500 m, the mile, and the 5000 m, showcasing unmatched versatility and endurance. Faith Kipyegon is not just a champion, she is a symbol of consistency, resilience, and historic excellence. Her legacy continues to grow as she cements herself as one of the greatest middle-distance runners the world has ever seen. So, let's head to the track and see how she does in this 1-mile race with some of the best middle-distance runners in the world.
And from the outside, Ochan will come into the pace-setting position. Actually staying out in lane 2, trying to get out and ahead of Tsegay. But Tsegay being pretty aggressive here in the early going, getting away from the world record holder, Kipyegon.
And literally running past the pacer. I mean, Tsegay is on a mission. I'm not sure the pacer's going to be able to keep pace.
Well, she's going to have to try to chase Tsegay now. Kipyegon is getting right behind her, so that's something you don't see every day, but that also suggests that, you know, and this is a good rivalry here between Tsegay and Kipyegon, and this is, you know, whether you're sending a message to the off-season or you just say, hey, I just want to beat this woman one time.
Yeah. No, I mean, we talked about this, right? The stage has been set here at Athlos, and we talk about having celebrities, and it's a party, but for the women on the track, this is big business. They want to come out here, they want to run really well, and they want to leave something memorable for all the fans that showed up for them, and so that's what we're seeing. The pacer has actually come off the field here after 400 meters, unable to keep the pace, but you're running with 2 of the best women to ever do it. This is phenomenal racing at this late in the season, and you see the 2 women up front have separated themselves from the field.
Kipyegon has the mile world record, of course. Tsegay is the 2nd fastest ever. But how about this stat? Kipyegon has never lost to Tsegay. She is 18-0, including 15-0 in 1500s, and they have never, ever raced the mile distance until tonight.
Wow. I wouldn't have thought that was possible, but I also would have thought that Tsegay may have gotten Faith in 1 or 2 races, but the fact that she is unbeaten just goes to show, you know, why we all just admire all that she's accomplished on the track. They come around now for the first 800, Paul.
And they're slightly past 800 meters, but at the half mile they work their way through in about 2:07:51, so slightly slower than the prescribed pace, but they are under that all-comers record of 4:20:39 that was set back in 1998. Icon Stadium record is going to be done in about 2 minutes. I can tell you that. It's around 4:30. But here now, Tsegay and Faith challenging her on the outside, and Tsegay just looks around and is not staying with her.
I gotta say, I'm a little surprised that the rest of the field has fallen off so much. Expected Nikki Hiltz to be in the mix a bit more, but they're almost 100 meters behind the 2 women out front.
And now you can see on the graphic on your screen, over 100 meters separating the leaders, and more space now separating Kipyegon and Tsegay as they roll to the bell lap. 1 lap to go as Faith eyes some history here in New York.
Faith doing Faith things, already making the move. I watch this race often, listen to you and Kara Goucher, our colleague, Talk about how she's able to just infuse that speed effortlessly at any time in the race. And I mean, she has done that, and now she's opening up an even larger gap to the woman in the back, maybe 120 meters or so. It's insane, Paul.
Well, 200 meters to run. Tsegay, you can see it on her face. She's starting to lose traction and ground to the world record holder, who has put together another iconic season. And this icon is heading into the stadium named icon. Fitting tribute here. Tsegay doing everything she can to stay in close contact. But this crown is going to the greatest of all time. Faith Kipyegon wins the mile.
The women's mile at Athlos NYC delivered exactly what fans came for, a tactical, high-pressure showdown featuring some of the greatest middle-distance runners in the world. Right from the gun, the pace was honest. Gudaf Tsegay, known for her aggressive front-running style, immediately took control of the race. She settled into the lead within the first 200 meters, stretching the field and making it clear that she wasn't interested in a slow, tactical affair. Behind her, the rest of the pack organized single file, with Faith Kipyegon holding a patient, relaxed position just a few meters back. Through the first lap, Tsegay continued to push, hitting the quarter mark at a strong pace. The early tempo strung the field out quickly. Runners like Furwini Hailu, Nikki Hiltz, and Susan Ajor tried to stay attached, but the top two were already separating themselves from the rest. Kipyegon remained calm, keeping the gap steady and never allowing Tsegay to get fully away. By the halfway point, the race had clearly become a two-woman duel. Tsegay was still leading, but her stride began to show a bit of tension, while Kipyegon looked smooth, composed, and in complete control. Slowly, meter by meter, Faith began to close the gap. With about 600 meters to go, she was on Tsegay's shoulder. Coming into the final lap, the crowd sensed what was coming. Tsegay tried to respond, but Kipyegon shifted gears effortlessly. Down the backstretch, Faith moved to the front with her trademark precision, not a desperate surge, but a smooth, powerful acceleration that instantly changed the energy of the race. Tsegay held on as long as she could, but Kipyegon's finish was simply on another level. She opened the stride, pulled away, and powered down the homestretch alone, crossing the line in 4 minutes and 17.78 seconds, one of the fastest miles ever run on U.S. soil. Tsegay secured second in 4:19, while the rest of the field came in well behind, showing just how dominant the front battle truly was. Nikki Hiltz finished third, but nearly 15 seconds behind the winner. Faith Kipyegon's performance wasn't just a victory, it was a masterclass in race management, patience, and championship finishing. A reminder once again why she is widely considered one of the greatest middle-distance runners in history.